What's up, YouTube? DK from Team 3Starz here, going to be a deck profile on the Aquaforce deck from the match that included Maelstrom Reverse and Brawlers. So let's get started. Our starter is Blue Storm Cadet Marios. When an attack hits a Vanguard during a battle, this unit boosted. If you have an Aquaforce Vanguard, and if it's the third battle of the turn or more, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 card with Maelstrom in its card name from among them, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Lots of pluses early game, can be used for lock fodder with the reverse, and people tend to guard Vanguard with that behind it. So next is our grade 3s. We have 4 regular Maelstroms. So regular Maelstrom says, when this unit attacks Vanguard, if it's the 4th battle of the turn or more, till the end of battle, this unit gets plus 5k, and the auto ability, when this unit's attack hits, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So if on hit, he gets a ability to +1 for you and -1 your opponent. And the next card is actually the opposite. We have Maelstrom Reverse. Right here. 4 of them. He says, Limit Break 4. Counterblast 1. Choose one of your rear guards, rest, and lock it. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it's the 4th battle of the turn or more, you may pay the cost. If you do until the end of the battle, he gets plus 5k and +1 critical. Also gets an auto ability at the end of the battle that this unit attacked. If the attack did not hit during that battle, draw a card, retire one of your opponent's rear guards. So sort of the opposite. He has to not hit to do the +1 for you, -1 your opponent. Maelstrom has to hit. Both very good. On to grade 2s. We're going to start with 4 Tidal Assault, a staple for pretty much every Aquaforce deck, I think. He has an auto ability on the rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard. If you have an Aquaforce Vanguard, stand this unit, and it gets -5k to the end of turn. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. A couple things about Tidal Assault. If you have 2 Tidal Assaults on the field, both may use their ability. It's not a once per turn for the entire ability. It's once per card. Another thing is, if you do attack Vanguard, even if you don't want to stand him, you have to stand him. It's a auto ability. Very good card. Next we have 4 Blue Storm 12k attackers. Blue Storm, Marine General, Gregorius. Not much to explain there. You need to hit numbers. And then we have 3 Storm Rider Basils. And his ability says, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have an Aquaforce Vanguard, and if it's the 1st battle of the turn, this unit gets plus 2k until the end of battle. At the beginning of the close step of the battle, choose another of your Aquaforce rear guards in the same column as this unit and exchange positions with this card. A lot of people, this card is great. It's free, which is what I care about. I know it's not an attack every turn that's going to do damage, but it's one free way to get 4 attacks. So essentially what happens is, when he attacks, this is our column. When he attacks, he gets plus 2k, so he becomes 10k. And then at the end of battle, you move up the one behind him, and he moves back. Very simple. Okay. Sorry about the blurry on that. Forgot that I need to refocus. Alright, so that's all our grade 2s. Moving on to grade 1s. And we're going to start with pretty much the same thing everybody's got in their decks. We have 4 Perfect Guards. Blue Storm, Battle Princess Electra. Not much to say, it's a perfect guard. There is a reason playing Electras and not Pascals, I'll explain it later. Now we've got 3 Blue Storm Marine General Hermes, 10k attacker. Again, it's a 10k attacker, Blue Storm. You need attacks that hit numbers that can kill rear guards or vanguards, or damage vanguards, I should say. Then we have 3 Mako Shark, Soldier of the Blue Storm Fleet. He's a limit break enabler. His ability on the rear guard says your vanguard's limit break 4 is active even when you have 3 or less damage. So you can have 1 damage and do your limit break 4. You can have 5 damage and do your limit break 4. You can have 0 damage, do your limit break 4. Okay, 2 more grade 1s. Storm Rider Eugen. He's a Basil clone. Do the same thing, except he becomes only an AK. And he changes positions with the one behind him. And then last, for grade 1s, we have 2 Wheel Assaults. This is my last ditch effort to get 4 attacks. If I absolutely have to, I will use it, but I don't like to use my counterblasts for not my boss monster. His ability is an auto on the rear guard, counterblast 1. At the end of battle that this unit boosted, if you have Aquaforce Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 or 2 of your Aquaforce rear guards and change their position. The state of the card does not change. Alright, so we'll talk about that a little later. On to to triggers. Alright, so for this deck, like almost every other deck, 4 heals. Blue Storm, Soldier, Kitchen Sailor. Then we have 4 of the stand. Angler, Soldier of the Blue Storm Fleet. Then we have 3 of this stand. Proxine Beam Dragon Soldier. Blue Dragon Soldier, I should say. Then we have 1 Blue Storm Battle Princess Doria. 1 draw here. And we have 4 Battle Siren Malikas. Another draw trigger. This card is just very good. Put this unit into the soul, choose one of your Aquaforce units, and that unit gets plus 3k till the end of turn. You can put it on Basil, and he becomes a 13k swing at Vanguard. You can put it on Eugen, and he becomes an 11k swing on the first attack at Vanguard. And then if you hit a stand trigger, he becomes a 9k booster. If you can stand him and the one in front. And then when you have Tidal Assault, he's a 12k attack on the first one, and 7 by himself on the second one. So boosted, he's normally 14. Minimum of 12, minimum of 11 with a 4k boost behind him. Right. So now that you've seen the deck, we're going to talk about some things that I like about the deck and hands and stuff. So we're going to get into that. Okay. So now we're going to talk about some plays and some hands I keep and whatnot. So first we're going to talk about a hand I keep. I tend to not keep grade 3s in hand and try to get stuff to rush early. So this hand, or a hand just like it, this can be any Blue Storm grade 1. So Electra or Blue Storm grade 1. Hermes. Eugen. Basil. Gregorius. I will most definitely keep a hand like this for 2 reasons. If I'm going second, this is a hand for going second, obviously. If you're going first, you want to have as many grade 2s as you possibly can. But on turn 2 or on turn 1, he can swing for 8. Then we have 10 and 11, and Mario's skill is going into effect, which is pressure for the opponent. Then on turn 2 for me, I would ride the Gregorius, call something behind it. Could be a trigger, could be another grade 1, could be it could be essentially anything, as long as I can get something behind it to keep it safe from the front row. Okay. Another thing with this is I would keep a hand that look like this. If you take one of these 2 grade 1s out. Okay. Let's start with taking the Hermes out. I would keep the trigger, like no redraw. I'd ride Battle Princess, call, and call Malika. So then we swing for 8, flip, swing for 4, who cares, but I get a 3rd attack. The other way that works is if I don't get the Eugen, but I get 2 grade 1s and a trigger. I would ride again the Battle Princess. Call. Hermes swings for 10. Swing for 4. And 11. Now here's the thing. This is why I play Battle Princess. She's Blue Storm, which means Hermes gets plus 3k if she's on Vanguard Circle. And the deal with that is there have been games where I'm stuck at 1 for a turn, and so Hermes still gets easy attack into grade 2s, which is very nice for this deck. After that, we're going to move on to turn 3. My optimal ride for turn 3 is Blue Storm, Dragon, Maelstrom. I want the cross ride. So, here's my optimum field setup for that. Turn 3, let's say I have 2 damage. The Mako Shark lets me use my limit break. So, I'm going to swing for 10 at Vanguard. Then 12. This is normally at a rear guard. I play very control style, and I like to kill as many rear guards as possible on one turn. So this would be 16 at Vanguard, and this restands. Okay, and then because the Mako is limit break, he gets plus 5, and the ability, so 21. If he hits, I counterblast 1, retire unit, draw a card. If I hit a stand trigger, normally I'd stand the Mako, giving power here. Now, let's say on the 3rd turn that you do not have the Mako Shark. This is normally my way to go about it. I go 10k at Vanguard, then I go 12 at Vanguard, and then here I go 16. Just boosted, no ability. Alright, if I hit a stand trigger, I'll stand here, but I'll put power here. For the reason that he can swing for 14 at Vanguard by himself, then he stands, and he swings for 16 the 2nd time. Both good numbers. Then we'll talk about Wheel Assault. Okay, so let's say we've done this. You've boosted the first attack with, let's say we didn't use this. You boosted the first attack with Title, or Wheel. Okay, Wheel can then flip with any wheel. Well, any 2 can flip with any 2. So Wheel can flip. You can go here. Say you want to keep something safe, but you can flip any 2 you want. So rear guard. So you can flip here. You can flip here. You can flip here. Here. And let's get back to where it was. All right. So that's that. And last thing is we're going to talk about how I like to rest and lock units. Okay, so if we have 4 damage, 3, 4, and we are ridden into cross ride, we go 10 Vanguard, first attack 12, rear guard, 2nd attack 16, Vanguard, 3rd attack, stands. Then we swing here with Vanguard, counterblast 1, rest and lock Title. This is why Title's very, very good. He stands himself, which gives him the the ability to be your rest and locked unit. And this will be 23 if you're cross ride, 2 crit or the ability. Okay, this is like optimum field right here. This can be any 7k actually, but let's say that we didn't have Title. Okay, so we swing 10 at Vanguard, 12 at rear guard, 11 normally at rear guard, and then we go here for, we rest and lock the one behind this one that's not the flip column. Counter plus 1, rest and lock, 23 to crit, and then if you hit stands, you can stand either, which is very, very nice. And that's all I have for today. If you have a comment, please comment down below. And your comments can be anything like what was good about the video, what was bad, what the channel can work on to be better. Also like the video, please. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be posting videos hopefully every week. Again, if you have comments about what did you like to see? What was good? What was bad? Please comment down below. We like to hear feedback. So this is DK from Team 3Starz signing off.